It's the latest buzz shaking up Hollywood. Hailey Bieber is finally breaking her silence and setting the record straight. In a rare and raw moment, she's coming forward with fiery words about the relentless rumors surrounding her marriage to pop icon Justin Bieber. For years, the internet has speculated, twisted, and dissected every detail of their relationship, from claims of hidden struggles to theories that their marriage is just a PR stunt. Hailey has been bombarded with everything under the sun. But now she's clapping back in a way no one expected, by calling it what it truly is, a total Mindf. Imagine being in the spotlight every single day, having your love life torn apart by strangers on social media. Hailey reveals the emotional toll it's taken on her, not just as a celebrity, but as a human being. She didn't hold back. She described how damaging and manipulative these false narratives can be, especially when they're crafted out of thin air and amplified by millions. And what stings even more, many of those rumors come not just from tabloids but from fans, people who claim to support her and Justin. She explained that the constant noise, the speculation, the accusations, they've all become overwhelming. Some days it feels like people are more invested in seeing her marriage fail than succeed. She questioned how strangers feel so entitled to project their assumptions onto something they've never truly witnessed firsthand. And she emphasized that her marriage is real, grounded in love, not something orchestrated for cameras or headlines. But she didn't just speak for herself. Hailey made it clear that Justin, too, has felt the weight of these fabricated stories. The scrutiny has affected both of them, not just individually, but as a couple. She called out the unfair expectations placed on celebrities, especially when it comes to personal relationships. People forget that behind the fame are two people trying to navigate life together, just like anyone else. And that journey comes with ups and downs, but that doesn't mean the foundation is weak. What's more powerful is how Hailey framed it all, not as a plea for sympathy, but as a declaration of strength. She made it known that no amount of noise from the outside can shake what she and Justin have built. She described their marriage as one rooted in faith, friendship, and resilience. They've weathered storms, sure, but they've done it hand in hand, and that's what truly matters. Not the whispers from the sidelines, but the truth between them. Social media, she pointed out, has become a dangerous space where narratives are created in real time, often with no regard for truth. A single post, a facial expression caught by paparazzi, or a misunderstood quote can spiral into a full-blown conspiracy theory. And yet, people consume it like entertainment. For Hailey, that's not just unfair, it's toxic. It distorts reality and fuels insecurity, not just for celebrities, but for anyone watching from the outside. She reflected on how hard it's been to stay silent for so long, especially when the lies got so loud they started to drown out the truth. But silence, she's learned, is sometimes taken as weakness, or worse, as agreement. That's why she decided to speak up now, to reclaim her narrative and protect what's sacred to her. Her voice shook with emotion, but her message was clear: enough is enough. Fans were quick to rally behind her, flooding social media with messages of support. Many praised her bravery, calling her words a much-needed wake-up call for the culture of invasive speculation. Others took a hard look at the role they might have played in feeding the rumor mill, realizing that behind the gossip are real people dealing with very real emotions. What Hailey Bieber has done is more than just defend her marriage. It's a powerful reminder that public figures are not public property. Her honesty peeled back the glamorous veneer and showed us something raw and authentic. And in an age where narratives can be manipulated in a second, that kind of truth, telling is both rare and refreshing. But even as she bares her soul and draws a line in the sand, Hailey knows this won't be the end of it. The internet moves fast, and attention spans are even faster. Today's viral clip becomes tomorrow's forgotten post, but the damage it causes can linger. She's not naive to the cycle. She's seen it too many times. Still, that didn't stop her from taking a stand, because, as she put it, if staying silent allows the lies to win, then speaking out is her way of taking back control. She also gave a glimpse into how she and Justin protect their space. It's not just about ignoring the noise, it's about setting boundaries, leaning on their faith, their family, and each other. They've built a life behind closed doors that no rumor can reach, a world that doesn't rely on validation from strangers. And in that world, they find peace away from the flashes, the headlines, and the hashtags. What makes this moment resonate is its authenticity. Hailey isn't trying to play the victim. She's not here to win a popularity contest. She's simply had enough of the misinformation, the emotional exhaustion, and the false portrayals. Her words cut through the digital static like a blade of clarity, reminding everyone watching that at the heart of every story are real people with real feelings. For some, this might be just another celebrity responding to gossip. But for others, especially young women navigating their own relationships in a hypercritical world, Hailey's message hits differently. It's about courage, about truth, about holding your ground when it feels like the world wants to knock you down, and maybe that's the real story here, not just the drama or the headlines, but the strength it takes to rise above them. Hailey Bieber didn't just speak her truth. She spoke for every person who's ever felt overwhelmed by judgment, misunderstood by strangers, and tired of pretending that it doesn't hurt. And in doing so, she reminded us all that behind every love story, there's a fight to protect it. There's a level of vulnerability that comes with opening up like this, especially in a culture where vulnerability is often exploited. But Hailey's decision to share wasn't just brave, it was strategic. She's drawing attention to a larger issue that's been quietly damaging people in the spotlight for years. Mental health, online bullying, and toxic fan culture aren't new problems, but they've been amplified in a digital world that never turns off. And when celebrities like Hailey speak out, it forces everyone to look at their own behavior, their own biases, and the way they consume content without considering the consequences. The reality is, fans don't always realize the impact of their words. A single tweet, a viral video, or a speculative comment can create ripple effects that echo in someone's life, and while celebrities are often told it's just part of the job, Hailey is challenging that narrative. Being famous should not mean forfeiting your right to peace, privacy, or personal dignity. No one deserves to be emotionally tormented under the guise of public interest. She also addressed one of the most painful accusations, the idea that her marriage to Justin is one-sided, or that she's clinging to something that's falling apart. With emotion in her voice, she painted a picture of their relationship behind the cameras. The laughter, the arguments, the prayers, the music sessions in their living room, the long walks in the middle of the night when the world is asleep. It's not perfect, she admitted, but it's real, and that's what makes it beautiful. It's built on shared history, shared healing, and the kind of love that grows deeper with each trial. Hailey shared how she and Justin communicate constantly, checking in with each other emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. They're not interested in impressing the outside world. They're focused on strengthening the world they've created together. It's in that private space where they truly thrive, far removed from the noise of speculation and judgment. And while they know the world will always watch, they've made peace with it, not by surrendering, but by choosing what matters most. It's a lesson in boundaries, resilience, and the power of truth. It's about rewriting the script others try to write for you and standing tall in your own narrative. Hailey Bieber's decision to speak out isn't just a celebrity defending her personal life. It's a masterclass in emotional clarity and self-worth. It's about reclaiming space in a world that too often tries to shrink you into silence. And while the rumors may not stop overnight, one thing has changed, the tone. Hailey has shifted the conversation. She's made it clear that she's not just some passive character in the background of Justin Bieber's story. She's his partner, his equal, and someone with a voice powerful enough to silence the noise. In doing so, she's proven that love isn't just about the good times, it's about weathering the storm with your head held high and your heart fully invested. There's a kind of resilience that only comes from being knocked down by the world and still choosing to rise every single time. That's the energy Hailey Bieber brought when she laid everything bare. And what made it even more profound was the clarity in her tone. This wasn't a meltdown, it was a moment of awakening, a decision to stop letting strangers dictate the terms of her happiness, a declaration that the noise no longer matters. When you live in the spotlight, privacy becomes the ultimate luxury, and for Hailey, protecting her marriage to Justin Bieber isn't about secrecy, it's about sacredness. She emphasized that there are things the world will never see, and that's by design. Some moments are too precious, too delicate to be dissected by public opinion. Whether it's quiet mornings together, handwritten notes, or prayers before bed, she's learned to treasure the stillness far away from the spotlight. She spoke of healing too, both as individuals and as a couple. Justin has never shied away from his struggles, and neither has Hailey. They've faced their demons together, learning, growing, and helping each other evolve. The strength of their relationship doesn't lie in perfection, but in perseverance. They've cried together, forgiven each other, and pushed through moments that could have easily broken them, but they chose each other again and again. That choice, every day, is what truly defines their bond, and Hailey wanted people to understand that. It's not about grand gestures on Instagram or perfectly posed pictures. It's about doing the hard work when no one's watching. About sitting in silence after a disagreement, holding hands during the chaos, and leaning on each other when everything feels too heavy. She also touched on the idea of perception versus reality. Social media has made it easy to judge people based on curated snippets of their lives. But life isn't filtered. It's messy, complex, and sometimes downright painful, and when you're in the public eye, your pain becomes content. Hailey confessed that for a long time she let that get to her. She questioned herself, doubted her worth, and even questioned her place beside Justin, but not anymore. She's reclaimed her self-worth, her voice, and her place as a woman who deserves love, peace, and respect. And what about Justin? Hailey's words made one thing crystal clear. He's not just her husband, he's her best friend, her greatest supporter, and the one person who sees her for who she truly is. She described moments where he's held her when she couldn't hold herself, whispered words of encouragement when she felt invisible, and reminded her of her strength when she forgot it. Their love isn't perfect, but it's intentional. It's honest and it's resilient. Hailey also acknowledged that not everyone will believe her. There will always be those who twist her words, question her motives, and deny her truth. But she's no longer living for their approval. Her focus is on protecting her peace, nurturing her relationship, and staying grounded in what's real. She's not here to convince anyone anymore. She's here to live, to love, and to be unapologetically herself. And that's what makes this moment so powerful. It's not just a response to gossip, it's a redefining of identity. For so long, Hailey was labeled the model, the wife, the one who came after Selena, the silent one. But now, she's shedding those labels and stepping fully into her power. She's not just surviving the public pressure. She's owning her story and refusing to let anyone else tell it for her. Her message isn't just for fans or critics. It's for every person who's been misjudged, misunderstood, or misrepresented. It's a call to stand tall in your truth, even when the world wants you to shrink. It's a reminder that no one gets to define you but you. In the days following her statement, the media buzzed with reactions. Headlines ranged from supportive to skeptical, but the narrative was no longer being written without her. Hailey's voice was now front and center, and it was impossible to ignore. Celebrities, influencers, and mental health advocates joined the conversation, praising her honesty and courage. But more importantly, thousands of everyday people felt seen. Finally, someone was calling out the toxicity of celebrity culture and the emotional toll it takes. Hailey's words were raw but measured. She didn't name names or seek revenge. She didn't retaliate with bitterness. She chose grace, firm, assertive, and unwavering grace, and that, more than anything, was her power move. In a world that profits from chaos, she chose peace. In an environment that thrives on drama, she chose authenticity. She also hinted that this may not be the last time she speaks out, that from now on, she won't hesitate to defend what matters to her. Silence is no longer her shield. She's realized that her voice is a tool, a powerful one. And when used with purpose, it can change narratives, dismantle lies, and empower others. This chapter in her life marks a shift. It's no longer about just enduring the spotlight, it's about controlling the lens. Hailey Bieber is no longer just the woman standing beside Justin Bieber. She's a force of her own, a woman who's endured the whispers, weathered the storms, and emerged stronger. And she's done it all without compromising her values or her identity. Her story challenges the public to do better, to think before they post, to question what they consume, and to treat public figures as people first. It's a reminder that fame does not equate to invincibility, that behind every headline is a heartbeat, and that no one celebrity or not deserves to be defined by rumors. In the end, Hailey's truth isn't meant to end the speculation entirely. The reality is, there will always be noise. But she's made peace with that, because what truly matters is that she knows her truth. Justin knows it, and those who matter most in her life know it too. That's the core of her message: live for the truth, not for the applause. Protect what matters, even when the world tries to tear it down, and never, ever let lies become louder than your own voice. Hailey Bieber didn't just speak her mind, she opened a door for others to do the same. And in doing so, she proved that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply tell the truth,